little bit under the weather, so I'm hoping that my voice will last, actually. We'll see. I sent out the email and everything before I went to bed and woke up with my throat like this. So we'll rock with it. And then if for some reason throughout class my voice stops working, then that's how it will be. But for our class today, the heart space intention is giving ourselves time to rest, right? I'm someone who, and I think I'm not alone in this, but when I become stressed out, when I have too much going on in my life, my body is usually the one that forces me to simplify, forces me to rest, forces me to take time to slow down. And so the practice this morning is you giving yourself that time to nourish your body, to be kind to your body, to rest if you need to rest, to hold space for yourself and whatever you're moving through, to hold space for where your body's at physically, right? To meet your body there, to hold space for yourself emotionally, if there's something on your heart that needs some holding, and to hold space for yourself so you can explore the inner workings of your mind and how your mind works individually. To begin our class, I want to start in a little bit longer seated meditation so that we can ground, we can give ourselves that time just to be and to experience the moment of the breath. You can choose to either start in seated meditation, or if you want to go to Shavasana right away, then feel free to go to Shavasana and meditate from the earth. It can be also a very grounding shape. So go ahead and find your comfortable seat or find your way to your Shavasana. Take a moment to close your eyes, to settle in, and to sink in that sturdy support of the earth below. In the first couple of moments, just allow your breath to flow in its natural rhythm. So no manipulation of the breath, no changing of the breath. Just allow the breath to flow. And with your awareness of your natural breath, become aware of the sensations of each inhale and each exhale. Perhaps that's the sensations of your breath within your lungs. Perhaps that's the really subtle sensation of your breath right at the nostrils, the entrance and exit of your breath. Just continue to pay attention to your natural breath. And the sensation that accompanies each inhale and each exhale. And as you experience the sensation of breath, you might notice how the breath moves your body. How every inhale creates a shift in your body. How every exhale creates a shift in your body. Your body is a response to your breath. How within the body there's a reaction to each breath. And then maybe start the process of deepening your breath now. Trying to lengthen each inhale. And each exhale. And in this process of lengthening your breath, maybe notice again how the sensations begin to shift or change. So you take a slow and steady breath in, and a slower and steadier breath out. Perhaps you notice a shift in your mind as well, a shift in the tempo or frequency or tone of thoughts. Maybe there's a message that your body is communicating to you, or a message from the heart. As we take just a couple more moments to be here with our breath and our bodies, to be in intentional awareness together, a mindful observation of the present moment. Use these last few moments of our little meditation to set an intention for your practice, an intention for each movement and every moment of our flow, so that we travel across our mats with purpose, so that our practice is more than just shapes and movements, that it reaches into our hearts and into our minds, and also out into the world through service to others, by us being able to show up a little bit more fully, a little bit more intentionally and mindfully. And as you hold that intention right at your heart, maybe take a hand to your heart, one or both. I'm just placing your hands at your heart. We'll breathe in through the nose, breathing into your intention. And then when you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release, let it go. And again, deep breath in through your nose. And a cleansing exhale to let go. And just one more time, big breath in through your nose. And a clearing exhale to release. And allow your lips to seal. And go ahead and find your way to your back body. As you find your way to your back body, find your way into a full body stretch. So you're going to lengthen your arms up overhead. Stretch from your fingers to your toes. Maybe take some circles to your ankles, to your wrists. And then from your full body stretch, start to bring both knees into your chest. Take a squeeze at your center, a little rock from side to side. A full breath to the back of your body. And then as you exhale, let both knees drop over to the left into a gentle twist. And as your knees drop to the left, maybe take your gaze over to the right. And just reach 2 more cycles of breath along your right side body. And from your gentle twist, roll onto your left side body. So you're in a fetal pose. Your left ear will rest into your left bicep. Take your right hand and reach down for the top of your right foot to come into a modified bow shape. This is the thigh stretch to your right quadricep. Hug your heel in close, open your collarbones wide, and take another couple breaths here. and deeply connected to the sensations of the shape. The last breath in. And as you breathe out, release your right foot, roll onto your back body. Bring both knees through center, and then let both knees tip to the right, gentle twist second side. As your knees tip right, take your gaze left. And take 3 cycles of breath. And then just like we did on the first side, we're gonna move into that fetal pose, modified bow, second side. So roll towards the right side of your body. Reach your left hand for your left foot. As you feel the opening across your left thigh, pull your navel to your spine. Let your collarbones get wide again. And as you release your left foot, stack your knees, roll onto your back body. We're gonna set up for a bridge pose. So keep your knees bent, place your feet to the earth. Your heels stacked beneath your knees, press through your feet and lift through your pelvis. And so you're using the space that you just created in the fronts of your hips here. Use the power of your hamstrings, your glutes, and your core to lift up through your midline. So lengthen across your front body. And a slight hug of your heels to the backs of your heart. As your heels hug to the back of your heart, feel your knees stretch a little bit further forward. Feel all that energy to the backs of your legs. And take 2 more breaths right here. On your second exhale, slowly start to lower all the way down. And as your hips arrive to the earth, now bring your knees into a 90-degree bend. So an upside down tabletop shape, flex your feet. Reach both hands up to the sky, palms facing. We're gonna take our dead bug core engagement here. So on your inhale, slowly start to lengthen your left leg forward, and then reach your right hand up and overhead, so opposites extend. Pull your navel down, low back's completely anchored to the earth. And exhale slowly back to start, left knee to 90, right hand to the sky. And we switch, so inhale, right leg goes forward, reach your left hand up and overhead. Press your low back into the earth from the power of your core. And exhale slowly back to start, right knee to 90, left hand to the sky. And we'll take it 2 more times each side. So left leg lengthens, right hand reaches, big breath in. And exhale, slow motion, pull your navel down and bring yourself back to start. And inhale, right leg reaches, left arm lengthens up overhead. And then navel to spine, exhale back to start. And last round here, inhale, lengthen your left leg, reach your right hand overhead. And exhale back to start. Final round, inhale, reach your right leg forward, left hand goes overhead. And then exhale back to start. And just release, relax, knees to chest. Start to find your way to tabletop pose, so you can either rock and roll forward and back, or tip to your left or to your right. As you find tabletop pose, fingers wide, go ahead and inhale to a cow shape. Lift your heart, lift your tail, open across your chest. On your exhale, curl to your cat pose, round your spine. Then good, inhale, cow, heart and tailbone lift. And exhale, cat, round the back of your heart up high. Last round here, inhale, cow, harden, tailbone rise. Spread your sit bones wide, and then exhale, cat pose, round your spine. And bend a long neutral spine. Take your hands wider than your yoga mat and tighten your fingertips. We're gonna take a tabletop gecko pose. So once you tighten your fingertips, hands wide, dive your heart straight down, elbows go wide, just stack over your wrists. So it's like gecko pose and heart melting pose. Now with your heart hovered above the earth, press your left elbow to the left, your right elbow to the right. Squeeze your finger pads towards the center of your yoga mat. Then inhale, lift your heart up slowly through center. On your exhale, dip your right shoulder to the midline, look over to the left. So you rotate your heart towards your left wrist, a little twist. And slowly inhale, lift through center. Second side, you're gonna dip your left shoulder in, look over to the right, twist your heart to your right wrist. And inhale up through your center. Bring your hands back into tabletop pose, tuck your toes underneath. Then hover your knees just above the earth. You're hovering tabletop pose. And breathe right here. So a slow inhale through your nose. And a slower exhale through your nose. Feel your low belly strength up to push your toes into the earth. And just slightly hug the heels of your hands towards your toes energetically. And then just slightly reach your heart forward through your biceps energetically. Take another breath in. And then downward facing dog, press your sits bones way up and back. Let your head hang heavy, pedal out through your feet. Just take a moment to experience your down dog, to come back to your breath. And then slowly walk forward into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Soften your knees, hang heavy through your head. Lean a little bit forward and back. And from here, inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen out your spine. And on your exhale, forward fold release. The big breath in, rise all the way to stand. Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, goddess your arms, let your elbows open wide, open your chest. Breathe in, reach high to the sky. And your exhale, forward fold, soft knees, hinge to the earth. Take a halfway lift, big breath in. And on your exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. So right foot stays forward, left foot steps back. You're in a nice long lunge. Dip your left knee to hover for a cow lunge. Left knee hovers above the earth, reach your heart forward. As you exhale, lengthen both of your legs for your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. This time as you breathe in, bend both your knees, lower your left knee all the way to the earth. And then lift your heart in your hands, nice and tall through your torso. Use your exhale to zip up through your front body, pull your navel to your spine. And with your right hand, grab your left wrist and lean over to the right side, body stretch. That long limb energy, reach down through your left side and down through your left hip, your left thigh. Then inhale up through your center. As you exhale, hands to the earth. Lift your back knee off your yoga mat. And step back into a high plank pose, right foot meets your left. Just hold here as you inhale. And stay right here as you exhale. Take one more breath just like that, slow breath in. And a slow breath out. And inhale forward to your tippy toes. Exhale, slowly lower to your belly. Keep your elbows hugged in by your sides. As you release to the earth, untuck your toes. Inhale to a low cobra. Lift the back of your heart space. And your exhale, lower down. Gecko pose from our belly. So just like we did in tabletop, take your fingers wider than your yoga mat. As you tighten your fingers, elbows over wrists, inhale to lift your heart up to the center. You don't have to lift up crazy high on your exhale. Dip your left shoulder in, look over to the right. And inhale, lift the earth center. And exhale, second side, dip your right shoulder and look over to the left. And inhale up through center. And follow your exhale, lower straight down to the earth. Hands by your low ribs. Find a cobra or an upward facing dog. So breathe in to open your heart, low or high cobra or upward facing dog. Then exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up to the sky. From your down dog, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the top of your yoga mat, forward fold. Your forward fold, breathe in to lift up halfway, lengthen through your spine. And exhale to release, start down. Inhale, rise all the way to standard or Bahastasana. Exhale, goddess, your arms, elbows open wide. Breathe in, reach high to the sky. And exhale, fold to the earth, soft knees as you dive down. Take a half lift on your breath in. This time, step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat as you breathe out. So left foot forward, right foot back. Cow lunge, right knee hovers as your heart lengthens towards the top of your yoga mat. With your next exhale, you're gonna lengthen both your legs. Cat lunge on your hamstring stretch, extend your hamstrings. And breathe in, bend both your knees, release your right knee to the earth, and then lift your heart in your hands nice and proud. And exhale, pull your front ribs to the back of your body. So really zip up through your front line. Left hand grabs right wrist, lean over to the left side, body stretch. And give yourself a moment to feel that big stretch of length along your whole right side. Down into your right thigh. From your side body stretch, inhale, lift and lengthen through center. Exhale your hands to the earth. Lift your back knee, step back to high plank, left foot meets your right. Hold for your inhale. And stay right here as you exhale. And next breath, shift forward. Knees up or down, lower halfway or all the way, chaturanga. Open your heart, up dog or cobra, big breath in. Breath out takes us back to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take an inhale through your nose. And exhale out of your mouth. And inhale your right leg high to the sky. On your exhale, square your hips. So keep your right hip point turned to the earth. As you flex your right foot, turn your right toes to the ground, right knee to the ground. Take a big breath in and we lift your right heel a little bit higher, push the earth away. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward slow. Okay, three-legged dog, inhale your right leg up and back. This time bend your knee and open your hip like a dog in a fire hydrant. For the squeeze of your right glute, the strength of your core. Three-legged dog, big breath in. Right foot to the outside of your right hand, take a big wide step forward. Lower your left knee down to the earth. Keep your right toes pointing forward to start, reach your heart forward. Gently push down through your right foot and actually moving your foot, pull your right heel towards the back of your yoga mat. If you want to, walk your hands forward a little bit, maybe bend at your elbows slightly, or lower your forearms all the way to the ground if that's available. If you want to, you might let your right big toe lift off the earth, and maybe let your right foot kind of spill open so you're on the outside edge of your right foot. Your right knee can open wide too. So two different variations in your lizard lunge. Okay, from here, you're gonna release your right foot to the earth again. Lift your back knee off the ground, so you're gonna lifted lizard lunge. And the strength of your hands and core, send your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog, breath in. And step your right foot forward in between your thumbs as you breathe out. Okay. On your inhale, high crescent lunge, rise all the way up. On your exhale, dip your left knee straight down to a hover. pull into your front body. Let's pause here for a moment. Okay, when you're ready, right hand grabs left wrist, side bend to the right. So similar to what we did with our left knee all the way on the earth, but this time it's hovering. Give yourself an extra breath right here in your side body stretch. You inhale, you're gonna come back through center with your upper body. On your exhale, airplane lunge. So just the lunge, lengthen your left leg, hand your heart forward. Sweep your arms back beside you to airplane wings. Feel your right glute, press your right heel down to the earth. And on your inhale, rise to your high crescent lunge. With exhale, warrior two, spin your left heel down and open up. And give yourself a breath just to adjust, just to settle, so if you need to move your feet, you can move your feet. And then keeping that really grounded energy through your right thigh bone. With an in-breath, reverse your warrior. Right hand reaches high to the sky. Using a little bit of hip opening from your lizard lunge a moment ago. And exhale, side angle. Take your time to hinge forward. Left hand reaches up tall. But as you breathe in, go ahead and find your reverse triangle. Right leg lengthens, right hand reaches. On your exhale, little micro bend through your right knee. We're headed to triangle pose. So pull your right thigh bone up into your pelvis. Reach forward and tip down into your triangle pose. Now you can take your hand to your shin, to the earth, or if you're working with a yoga block, you can use a yoga block. Spin your heart open towards your left thumb. Maybe extend your left hand up overhead, continuing that side body stretch theme in your body. Take an inhale. With exhale, bend your right knee low, lunge to the top of your yoga mat, and hook your back heel. As you root your hands for the high plank pose, right foot meets your left. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly, all the way to the ground. Once you reach the earth, untuck your toes. Inhale to a low cobra, lift the back of your heart space. Now listen, on your exhale, walk your elbows forward into Sphinx Pose, so elbows will walk forward underneath your shoulders. Once your elbows are stacked beneath your shoulders, your forearms are two parallel lines. Push through your forearms, lift your chest. Hug your elbows towards your hip points so you can feel that pull of your ribcage away from your pelvis. And then tuck your toes underneath. Push down with your forearms. Knees can be up or down, forearm plank. So knees can be lifted or knees can be on the earth for support. Your forearm plank. Take two more slow breaths. Your second exhale, lower back to your Sphinx Pose. Untuck your toes. Slide your hands by your low ribs, upward facing dog. Inhale to open your chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your pelvis to the ceiling. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg lengthens to the sky. And your exhale, flex your foot, square your pelvis. So again, we want to have that really big stretch to the back of our right leg. Push through your hands to find more extension through your body. Left hip point, left knee, left toes, all point down. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, slow shift forward. Now pull your knee through your biceps. Three-legged dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Then exhale to bend your knee and open your hip. Give yourself a breath in your half dog. Just be right here. Then slowly step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, that big wide step. In your lizard lunge, release your right knee to the earth. Again, just gently push down the four corners of your left foot. Without moving your left foot, pull your left foot towards the back of your yoga mat. Think about dragging your left heel towards the back of your mat. As your heart reaches forward, you can stay high, or you can lower to your forearms. Whether you are high or low, you can also decide to let your left big toe peel off the earth. You can tip onto the outside edge, the pinky edge, the knife edge of your left foot. Let your left knee open wide to the left. Creating a little bit of external rotation and that tip open. Then bring the sole of your left foot back to the earth. Lifted lizard lunge, right knee rises from the ground. Push into your hamstrung center, three-legged dog, big breath in. Then land your left foot forward between your hands as you breathe out. Strong legs, long spine, high crescent lunge, rise all the way up on your inhale. Stay really tall with your torso. Exhale, just dip your right knee to a hover straight down. Pull your front body way up and in. And then your left hand is going to grab your right wrist and you're going to lean over to the left, side body stretch. That little hover of your right knee. Keep your front ribs drawing to the back of your body. Keep your elbows opening back. So your chest is really proud and expansive. From here, inhale, lift your center and your upper body. Exhale to your airplane lunge as you extend your right leg, dive your heart about halfway forward. Keep your chest off your thighs, long through your spine. And press through your left foot, high crescent lunge, big breath in. Warrior two, exhale, spin open towards the right side of your yoga mat. You sink into your lunge, adjust as much as you need. Really rooted through your feet. Inhale to reverse, left hand reaches high to the sky. When you're ready, exhale, side angle. Think lengthen as you lean into your side angle pose. Spiral your heart now open to your right thumb. Push down to reverse your triangle. Big breath in, we rise up and out. Then take your time, Trikonasana. Hinge forward as you're ready. So you choose your depth here. Left hand to shin the earth or a block. Think about untucking your tailbone. Just a little bit of an up and back motion. Plug your left thigh bone up into your pelvis that goes along with the untucking of your tailbone. Then feel that spiral open of your chest towards the sky. Maybe you reach your right hand overhead to the top of your yoga mat. That side body stretch again. Breathe in. Low lunge on your exhale, bend your left knee. Unhook your back heel. High plank pose, left foot meets your right. Pause here for your inhale. And stay for your exhale. Shift forward as you're ready and lower slowly and controlled all the way to the earth again. All the way down to your belly. When you arrive, untuck your toes. Inhale, low cobra, lift the back of your heart. Exhale, Sphinx Pose, walk your elbows underneath your shoulders to stack. Root down your forearms as you find your Sphinx Pose, navel to spine. Tuck your toes underneath. Knees up or knees down, forearm plank, so you can keep your knees down, just zip up through your front half, or lift your knees as well. Option to stay in your forearm plank this time. Option for Dolphin Pose. Maybe start to walk your feet in. So it's like your lower half is down dog, and your upper half is like a forearm plank. Push it down and away with your forearms. Your sits bone stretch way high to the sky. You can have softness through your knees if your hamstrings are tight. Pull your belly in. Take 2 more breaths right here. Whether you're in forearm plank or dolphin, walk it back and lower into Sphinx Pose. Hips to the earth, heart opens. Elbows go wide, belly down, Shavasana. Take 1 breath here. And 1 breath out. Hands by your low ribs. Go ahead and inhale to an upward facing dog, lift, lengthen. On your exhale, downward facing dog, hips rise to the sky. And from your downward facing dog, inhale, right leg rises up. On your exhale, bring your knee to your nose, shift forward. 3-legged dog, big breath in. Bend your knee and open your hip as you breathe out. 3-legged dog, re-extend. Right foot steps forward in between your thumbs with your exhale. Get really strong with your legs. Then as you are ready, find your way into your high crescent lunge. Deep on your high crescent lunge, big breath in. Just like before, dip your left knee to a hover on your exhale. Zip up through your front. Right hand grabs the left wrist, lean over to the right side body stretch. Give yourself that extra breath in and extra breath out. We'll inhale, stand up tall through your torso. On your exhale, airplane lunge, so just like before. Now this time we're gonna lean into our right foot and fly into an airplane pose. So try not to push off your left toes. Your left toes might drag. Pull from your right leg, airplane pose. Nice and strong through your right leg. Also active through your left. Your core is ignited, your heart is open. Soften through your right knee, use your belly strength to slowly bring your left leg with you to stand. One-legged Tadasana, reach high to the sky with your inhale. Hands to heart, tree pose as you exhale. Bring your left foot anywhere along your right leg or your right calf. So the inside of your right leg, except for your knee joint. So left foot can go anywhere along the inside of the right leg, except for the knee joint. Tall through your torso, take one breath right here. On your inhale, bring your left knee back to center, reach your hands to the sky, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, goddess, your arms option to extend your left leg forward if you would like. As you breathe in, keep your left leg long or bend your left knee, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, airplane pose, we fly it back. Soft landing to your crescent lunge, left toes release to the earth. Inhale, reach up high. With your exhale, warrior two, open out wide. Reverse your warrior, inhale, reaches your right hand to the ceiling. And exhale, side angle, tip forward, left hand reaches tall to the sky. Reverse your triangle, big breath in, we flow up and back. And exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Tip down into your depth. Find the extension if you would like to be, left hand reaches overhead as you breathe in. And then on your exhale, this time wide-legged forward fold. Turn all 10 toes at the long edge of your yoga mat and dive down to your center. Take an inhale to lift up halfway. On your exhale, bend into your left knee, side lunge. You want to, you can sink into your Skandasana, maybe flex your right toes to the sky. And take an inhale here. On your exhale, low lunge at the back of your yoga mat. Turn all 10 toes to your left. And from here, you're gonna step back into your high plank pose. Left foot meets your right. Inhale forward. On your exhale, slow motion, lower all the way to the earth. You reach your belly, untuck your toes. Inhale, low cobra, lift the back of your heart. On your exhale, Sphinx Pose, walk your elbows forward. You can always stay right here if you want to. Otherwise, again, we tuck our toes underneath. Knees up or knees down, forearm plank. So again, knees down is an option, knees up is an option, or walk your feet into your dolphin pose. Option your dolphin to lift your right leg to the sky. You can also hover your right foot if you're in a forearm plank. So forearm plank, right foot hovers, or dolphin, right leg high. And then release your right foot down. Switching legs, lift your left leg up if you'd like to in your dolphin, or hover your left toes off the earth in your forearm plank. Give it just another moment, push down and away through your forearms. Then left foot lands. We'll all meet back in our Sphinx Pose. Take your time to get there. Take an inhale in your Sphinx. Exhale, belly down, Shavasana. Take one breath in. And one breath out. Hands by your low ribs, inhale to your upward facing dog. Take a big stretch across your chest, your belly. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips find the sky. And moving into second side, inhale, your left leg lifts up high. Exhale, knee to nose. Three-legged dog, big breath in. Bend your knee and open your hip as you breathe out. Inhale, lengthen your left leg. Exhale, land your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat between your hands. Strong lunge stance. High crescent lunge, we rise all the way up. On the top, right knee sinks down towards a hover. Hold your front body. Left hand grabs the right wrist, lean over to your left side. Give yourself that full breath in your side body stretch. Inhale up through your torso, lengthen to the center line. Exhale, airplane lunge, hinge your heart forward. You can always stay here. We will do those extra pieces in our one-legged Tadasana, but we're gonna tip forward to airplane pose. So when you're ready to join us, if you're not airplane lunge, take your time to join us. If you're in your airplane pose, find your breath. We're gonna find that softness through our left knee. Use your core. Bend your right knee into your body and slowly rise to stand. At the top, tree pose, right foot goes on the inside of your left leg. Hands to heart. So you're gonna place your right foot wherever you want. It can be high, it can be low, just don't press it on your knee joint. And then as you use your strength to open your right knee wide, you feel how your breath can lift you up a little bit taller through your center. And one more breath in your tree pose, Vrikshasana. As you bring your right knee through center, reach your hands up high. Goddess your arms, option to kick your right leg forward as you breathe out. Keep your right leg long or bend your right knee, breathe your hands towards the ceiling. Airplane pose, slowly fly it back. Pause for your inhale. Crescent lunge, exhale to release your right toes and inhale to lift your heart and hands. Good warrior two, Virabhadrasana two, spin wide. Inhale, reverse left hand to the sky. A slow exhale takes you into side angle pose, right hand reaches tall. And then breathe in to reverse your triangle. Lift and lengthen all the way up and out. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Tip forward and down. Option to find the extension of your right hand overhead, the side body stretch. Big breath in. Softening through your knees, wide-legged forward fold. Pivot through your midline and dive down. Take an inhale to lift up halfway. And exhale, rotate to, well actually we're gonna take that side lunge again, bend into your right knee, side lunge. Or Skandasana, we lift and flex your left toes to the sky. Good, from here we're gonna pivot to the right. Low lunge to the right. This time step forward into a forward fold. Left foot meets your right. Soft knees, heavy through your head, through your tailbone, look to the sky. We sway a little bit forward and back. When you're ready, inhale to a halfway lift. Extend long through your torso. And exhale, forward fold, dive down. Breathe in, rise all the way to stand. Urdhva. On your exhale, soft knees, goddess your arms, elbows go wide, sternum to the sky. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your center. With your exhale, right hand grabs left wrist, lean over to your right for your side body stretch. Soften your knees, and then take a curtsy lunge. Step your left foot back behind your right. So curtsy your left toes back. Behind, maybe dip your left knee low. So in this curtsy lunge, left leg cross behind your right, side body stretch, you're leaning to the right, feel the length of your left side. Also, feel the strength at your center, belly strong. So we're gonna do a little bit of a balance challenge here. So from this curtsy lunge side bend, we're gonna inhale, start to lean to your right foot. As you exhale, goddess your arms, pull your left knee towards your left elbow. usually pretty wobbly. Feel that squeeze. And then slowly stand back into your Urdhva Hastasana, left foot to the earth, reach both hands to the sky, big breath in. And that was a little confusing. You have second side to try it again. So left hand grabs the right wrist. Lean to your left. Soften your knees. Curtsy lunge your right toe way back and behind your left leg. Bend into your right knee, so in that big curtsy lunge. Keep leaning into the side body stretch. Let it really activate your center through your belly, because otherwise this is a really wobbly transition. From your curtsy lunge, side bend, start to inhale, lean towards your left foot really strong. On your exhale, you stand up tall and goddess your arms. Pull your right knee to your right elbow. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Left glute really active. Hover for a second. And then Urdhva Hastasana, place your right foot to the earth. Reach your hands to the sky, back in. Soft knees, forward fold on your breath out. Halfway lift, we lengthen one more time. And exhale, go ahead and bend your knees and have a seat down to the earth. So I'm gonna do a little bit more heart opening. In my classes this week, we started to work towards our forearm stand, which is where those forearm planks and dolphin poses came into play. But virtually it's sometimes difficult to teach forearm stand. And so I think instead with our time, we're gonna just focus on continuing to open the heart and shoulders a little bit more. So from here, knees stay bent, feet are on the earth. Set up your hands as if you're gonna go to your upside down tabletop shape. So hands beneath your shoulders, fingers face your feet. Lift up to your heart. So think about your shoulder blades pressing your heart up proud. And then bend into your elbows. As you bend your elbows, hug them just gently towards each other. And with bent elbows, again, feel your shoulder blades press your sternum forward in the opposite direction. So for most people, this is pretty spicy. You can always adjust where your seat is in relationship to your hands. Sometimes you need to create a little more distance between your pelvis and your fingertips. But again, we're just bending at our elbows, gently squeezing elbows towards center line, really gently. And our shoulder blades are helping to lift our heart forward. Now you can stay here, or if you would like to, go ahead and lift into an upside down tabletop. It's filling that space across your heart. You want to your head, it can fall back. Otherwise, keep your gaze to the sky. Maybe shift a little bit forward and back. Then as you lower your seat to the earth, look forward, lengthen your legs out in front of you. So another component of our forearm stand for moving in that direction is hamstring space. Having hamstring space is an incredibly important part of forearm stand, but it's also just a really helpful part of forearm stand because it allows us to stack our hips over our shoulders when we're moving in that direction from Dolphin Pose. So with your legs long, we're gonna reach up high on inhale, Paschimottanasana. On your exhale, as you dive your heart forward, think about pulling your thigh bones back in space. So thinking hinge at your hips, heart goes forward, your thigh bones are pulling energetically back. It's like your hip creases are stretching to the back of your yoga mat. And maybe first just go as far as you can go while maintaining a flat spine. You can have a little softness in your knees. That might not be very far for your body, and that's okay. And then give yourself an extra breath in. Think cow pose. So think heart and tailbone lift up to the sky. And then from your cow pose spine, exhale down as much as you want to. You can let your spine round and then you can let your head hang heavy. Just take 30 cycles of breath. Feel free to stay as long as you would like in your forward fold. When you are ready to rise up, you're just going to rise up slowly. Take your time, shift your seat forward so you have room to lie back. Flex your feet into the earth, creating your heel anchors. As you anchor your heels into the ground, big breath in, reach your heart and hands to the step. Exhale, slowly start to descend backwards. As you drive your heels into the earth, keep that proud openness across your chest, so shoulder blades boost your heart to the ceiling. Slowly reach your hands forward as counterbalance. Heels stay pressing down the whole time. And eventually find your way into your full body stretch. Lengthen all the way from your fingers to your toes. Take a big breath in. But on your exhale, bend your right knee into your body. Interlace your hands on your right shin, wind removing pose. Take your inhale here. And exhale to your supine twist. Right knee tips across you to the left. Using this ending of our class, these final supine shapes to slow down, to balance out all the effort with ease, but also to create balance to the shapes that we are moving through while we were standing. We'll breathe along your spine here. As you roll back through center, you're going to find we'll start with a figure 4, right ankle on your left thigh. You can either bend your left knee and place your left foot to the earth, or you can bring that figure 4 towards your torso, maybe threading the needle, reaching around your left hamstring to bring the whole leg unit close. And then you can either stay in your figure 4, maybe a little bit of movement from side to side, or start to find Gomukhasana legs. Slide your right leg to stack on top of your left, kind of like a single stack of eagle legs. And then split your shins apart instead of wrapping them together. For Gomukhasana, reach down for opposite shins, opposite heels or opposite arches, and flex your feet. Try to lift your heels away from your hips. Take a little rock from side to side. Slow breath in here. And then as you breathe out, you're going to take your time to find your way into wind removing pose, second side. So release your right leg out across the earth. Left knee pulls to your left shoulder. Take your inhale. And then with your exhale, supine twist, left knee tips over to the right. Take 2 more cycles of breath in your twist. And from your twist, as before, you'll find your hip opening. You might start with figure 4, left ankle on your right thigh. Choosing the depth, choosing movement or stillness. But if you wanted to move on to that Gomukhasana shape, you could slide your left thigh to stack on top of your right. Again, reaching down for opposite shins or opposite heels or opposite arches. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Sometimes Gomukhasana is quite a bit stickier than figure 4. So if Gomukhasana is not accessible, just stick with your figure 4, left ankle on your right thigh. We'll just be here for about 1 more breath. You unwind your legs this time. Just bring your knees to your chest. Curl your nose up to your knees. Curling into a tight little ball. Take a full breath in. And then as you're ready, exhale into your Shavasana. Release out long. Let your arms and legs settle to the earth. As you get comfortable, allow your eyes to close. And allow yourself these final few minutes of your practice as again an opportunity to rest with intention, to be held, and to hold space for yourself. Maybe noticing if your attention start to drift towards the rest of your day, towards your to-do list, your agenda, maybe something that's happened in the past. Just acknowledge the drifting, acknowledge where it was that your mind wandered, and bring all of your focus right back to your breath, back to your body, right back to the sensations, this present moment right here, right now. Maybe making a gentle commitment to yourself to take more time to rest this week, to make more space for rest, to find the opportunities amongst the busyness in our full lives, to take time to slow down, to take time to nourish ourselves. And through this time that we take, this time that we make, we are communicating to our bodies and our hearts and our minds that we love them, that we love ourselves, that we care about ourselves. And so through these messages of self-love, self-care, we not only give ourselves that chance to rejuvenate, to replenish, but that message trickles out into our relationships, our connections, and into our communities, setting an example that it is okay to take time to rest. It's okay to slow down. And oftentimes, again, our bodies will force us to slow down if we don't make that time for ourselves. So with that commitment to rest, commitment to taking care of yourself and nourishing yourself, you can either stay exactly as you are, resting on the earth. You can find some movement in your body if that feels good to reawaken. You could take a full body stretch if you would like. And again, you can either stay on the earth or you can find your way up to a comfortable seat. But wherever you choose to close your class, allow your eyes to stay closed as well. Let your hands find your heart. Taking this moment to recognize the time that you took for yourself today. To acknowledge the energy that you offered your practice, the intention that you put into each moment. You pause as we recognize the ancient roots of this practice, and as we recognize this community in which we can come and move and breathe as we are, or we can feel connected even when we are physically apart. Well, let's take one more deep breath in through the nose together. And as you're ready, one more open mouth exhale to release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, our guides in living more authentically and loving more deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for waking up this morning, for taking time for you today. Namaste.